Do you want to grow your server to become huge, have hundreds or thousands of people in it? Well, this video is for you because I'm going to be giving you 5 top tips from me and also some top tips from some other server owners with thousands of people in their servers. Hey guys, it's me, Custom, and I'm here with another video. This is another video in my tip series. This is the second video I've done on how to grow your server, so make sure to go check out that other video too and my other tips videos. In today's video, I'm going to be going around and showing you on how to grow your server, as I just mentioned. For the people that don't know, I own 2 servers. I own one that's called Something for Everyone. The link's on screen right now. It's Discord partnered and has 55,000 people in it at the time of recording, as you can see here. The other server in which I own is related to my YouTube channel, and this server has 2,500 people in it. So I have a fair experience on being able to grow Discord servers. Now before we get into the first couple of tips, there's a couple of things you guys need to do. The first thing that you guys need to do is go and hit that subscribe button. Only about 50% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. It'd mean a lot if you could potentially go and hit that button and make sure it turns grey, and also check because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. It means a lot and it's something which is free and you can do to appreciate the creator. I spend a lot of time in my week trying to make these videos and record them, so it'd mean a lot. If we hit 1,000 likes on this video, I'll do a part 3 to this, and also make sure to leave a comment with some criticism because it allows me to make my videos better in the future. Try and make it as constructive as possible. Anyways guys, I'm going to get over to the first tip of today, so let's go and get into that. So the first tip in which I'm going to be telling you is by using advertising servers and advertising channels. So make sure to follow this. Make sure to not break any Discord terms of service or guidelines. The links are on screen to both of those as well. However, these servers allow you to access more people that are looking to join servers. It's a way of potentially advertising on Discord instead of advertising online on a Discord server list, which I covered in my previous video. There's a couple of servers which I'm going to suggest in today's video. The first one I'm going to suggest is one of the servers I'm partnered with personally for SFE, which is The Portal. They give you a bunch of different categories in which you can potentially put your server in and advertise it. They also have a bunch of different roles for different server owner sizes, etc, etc. So make sure to check that out too. The other server in which I'm going to be telling you about is Heat's Promotions. They also have a bunch of different categories, as you can see here, and it allows server advertising. You can also advertise for different things like Instagram, YouTube and Twitch. However, mainly it allows you to break it down into different categories and access people that specifically want to join servers related to that. So make sure to put your server into different categories like that because it helps you a lot. The other server which I want to tell you about is a server called Advertiser Server. It's very helpful and it's something which is fairly big. It has almost 40,000 people in it. Again, it breaks it down into a bunch of different categories, as you can see here, like gaming service, premium, etc, etc. They also have free sections as well down here, like kid friendly, etc, etc. They allow you to potentially put your server into different categories and reach other people, so make sure to go check these out. I put the links on screen for each individual one, so make sure to go and have a look at them. Now aside from that, there's other things to set from advertising servers. Some servers have advertising channels. Now I'm going to show you my server and then Sound server. My server has an advertising channel for all people above level 5, which allows them to promote their server in. This allows people to find new members through that as well. And on Sound server, if you're above level 10, you can potentially advertise in that channel. And I know a lot of people look through these channels to find servers as well. They're also useful if people want to find partners. So if you do partnering, it might be worth potentially looking at that. And someone promoted my server, so that's fairly interesting too, which again, you should totally join. However, advertising on these servers does allow you to access more people, and it is a bit different from potentially just advertising through the means of a server list. So make sure to go check that out, as it allows you to reach more people generally. However, we're going to get over to the next tip, in which I'm going to suggest to you guys, which allows you to grow your Discord server. The next tip which I suggest to you guys is by having an attractive partnership message. What is partnering? Partnering is basically a server advertising you and you're advertising their server in exchange. It allows you to reach out to different server pools, and it can definitely help grow your server and reach more people. If more people see your invite link, the chances are more people will join it. So that's something which partnering definitely helps with. Now, I'm going to show you our partner message for Something for Everyone. Now, we don't do partners specifically, we do something called affiliates, which is slightly different. It's more specific and it's more inclined for bigger servers. However, if you have an interesting message which you can potentially have, it makes people want to join. If you don't and it's not interesting, people aren't going to want to join it. So that's why you have to make it interesting. So let me go over to potentially one of the servers which we're advertised in. So as you can see here guys, this is our partnership message. We have some fancy text at the top. We make it bold so it stands out. Something for everyone, you know, put your server name right at the top. Maybe put some extra characters or stars or anything at the top. Then break it down into what is it. Give a paragraph or a couple sentences as to what your server is. It allows people to know what your server's about and can potentially get people wanting to join. If you don't tell people what the server's about, people aren't going to want to join it. So it would make sense to do that. Then maybe put something about why it stands out from other servers. What makes you different from the next community server out there? Well, for SFE, we make a clear point of the fact we're unique. We have something which is for everyone. For your server, you may want to go, well, we specialize in a certain area, and that allows us to grow in that sense. Or we have XYZ amount of customer modes, which allows us to grow in that sense. So just make it interesting. What also helps is potentially adding some fancy image as well. We have this made by a graphics designer back in the day. Welcome to something for everyone, and it has a Discord partner logo because we're partnered. So it makes it look awesome, it makes it look attractive, and people are going to want to join it. Some other examples in here, as you can see, what it's about, the unique thing about us, and then a link. They have a fancy image here. So as you can see, have fancy images, tell them what it's about, and give them why you're unique. It allows you to potentially get out there and grow your Discord. So I'm going to go over to the next tip in allowing you to grow your Discord server. Right guys, so the next tip in which I'm going to suggest to you is by potentially doing a joint giveaway with another server around your size. If you're small, you can potentially do a giveaway where someone wins a Nitro and they have to be in both your server and their server. Now, as you grow bigger, you can do this with bigger servers and it allows you to increase your pool. I know a lot of servers that have done this, and we've done it once or twice on some of the servers that I've owned before, and it does help. So what you can do is potentially reach out to some server owner friends that have, you know, around the same amount of members as you, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, and go, hey, do you want to do a joint giveaway? Make sure that the people are required to be in your server and their server, because then it will allow people to join your server and you will get more joins and more people. It would definitely help grow your server, and I know it has before. I can't really show you examples because I don't know of any that is going on right now, and we don't have one going on as well. However, I do know it works and I have tested it myself. The best prizes for this are definitely Discord related. Don't do something like Dank Meme coins or anything like that. Not everyone uses it. I don't use it personally. Do something which a lot of people want. Discord Nitro is something which a lot of people want. So if you do that, it would definitely help grow your server. If you give away Discord Nitro, people are inclined to potentially want to join your server too. So the more giveaways you do and the more partner giveaways you do, the better chances your server will grow. So that is one other tip in which I suggest you do, because it would definitely allow you to grow your Discord server. So I'm going to go over to the next tip in which I'm going to suggest to you guys to allow you to grow your Discord server. It may seem obvious the next one, however a lot of people don't do it. So I do suggest you go and do this. Let's go over to there to find the next tip. Right guys, so the next tip in which I'm going to suggest to you is by doing a social media campaign not on Discord. Do it on other sites, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. It definitely does allow you to grow your server. So on Twitter, you get an option to potentially put your link in your bio. So maybe put your Discord link there. I did it before, it helped grow the server a bit. I do recommend it. Maybe tweet out your server a couple of times. I mention it when I announce a video. When I'm, putting a video out and say I'm going to upload later on in the day, I put my Discord link there. Because the more people that retweet it, the more impressions it's going to get. So potentially do an advertising campaign on Twitter, or even buy ads off different sites. On YouTube, you get an option to potentially put your Discord link right at the top. So why don't you do that? It would definitely help people see. And the algorithm pumps your videos out. So if you make a couple of videos, maybe make them Discord related. more people will see your channel and more people might join your server. So do Discord content on YouTube potentially, or make a Discord video and make sure to mention in the video the fact that you have a Discord server and put it in your description. I put them in my descriptions and they definitely get people to join. I also mention it in the videos and they get people to join too, as I'm going to do now, join both of my Discord servers. However, it definitely will allow you to grow your server. If you go over to Twitch, again, I don't do it personally because I don't have Twitch, and you should follow me on Twitch as well, the link's on the screen. However, a lot of people do put their Discord link in their bio. So I'm going to go over to Rue, for example. Rue's one of my editors. If you go to his About section, he has Discord in his bio. So if you stream, people might potentially want to join it. He's even got my SFE Discord there as well, which is cool. But if you put it in your About section or your bios, people might click on it and people might join. Because if they know you, or they watch your content or anything like that, or they see you on social media, they might join it. Maybe host Google ads or something like that. It will definitely help people want to join your server. Even on Instagram, my handle's on screen as well, so you should go and follow me. You can potentially put your Discord link in here, or put it on your story, or put it in a caption of a photo you upload. Maybe get some of your friends on your Instagram account to join it. The more people that join your server, the more people will join in the future as well, because the bigger it is, the more attractive it is. So, I know it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. Use your social media. Use your presence. If you can potentially put your server link out there, then do it. Get people to join. Do advertising campaigns. Maybe buy ads on these sites, and it would definitely help people want to join. It would get it out there. It would get your name out there. So go and do that right now, because it would definitely bring in more people to your server. And yes, it may not be the best way of getting everyone in there, but even getting a few extra people does grow your server. So make sure to do that. Anyways, I'm going to go over to the final tip, which you can potentially use to grow your server. Right guys, so the final tip in which I suggest you guys use to potentially get your server out there is by getting people to share it by word of mouth. Do a giveaway where they have to have maybe 5 invites on an invite link, as long as they don't DM advertise or break any terms of service or guidelines. Or potentially host events where people are going to go, oh, this is really cool, I'm going to get my friends to join because I want to be here with my friends and do that. So make your server interesting. Maybe do giveaways where they have to get other people to join the server. Not the same as doing, a partnered giveaway, but something where they have to potentially share it out there to their friends. Word of mouth is arguably one of the best ways of potentially actually getting your server out there. Because word of mouth lasts. People that share their server to their friends are going to stay in that server. Because they know the people that have shared it to them. It's not just some random server they've joined. So if you get people to do that, by maybe giveaways or events, then you could potentially end up on a win. You could potentially have thousands or hundreds of people in your server. So that's one thing I recommend. Make sure to go check out my how to get your server active, how to make the best Discord server, how to make your server appealing and look good, how to revive your Discord server, how to get nitro boosts, etc, videos, because doing all of that stuff will actually help this too, because the better your server is, the more people are going to join. So I recommend to go and watch my other tips videos, because it definitely will help. However, it's not just me that has tips. I'm going to go over to some server owners who have thousands of people in their servers too, and they're going to give you some other tips on how to grow your Discord. So let's go over to them, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Alright, what's up everyone from Matt's video. So basically how I would go on about growing a Discord server, a good tip for you guys, is maybe I would mess around with like the tags on a website called Discord. Discord basically helps a lot with advertisement, that kind of stuff, to find new people for your server, and I think messing around with the tags will definitely help you.
My top tip to grow your Discord server would be to first attempt to reach out to friends in order to make sure you are making everyone in your friend group aware that you have a Discord server.
Right guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope it helped you. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see another one of these videos, maybe a part 3. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 likes. Also make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We're going for potentially hitting 20,000 subscribers, so that would be awesome if we could potentially do that. Only about 50% of you are subscribed, so it would mean a lot. If you hit the notification bell, you might see my videos in the future. I do hide a nitro code in the majority of my videos, so make sure to go do that, because if you get here early, you could potentially get a nitro code. It'd also mean a lot if you could share this video to some friends or owners of other servers or moderators, because then I can potentially get this out there and I can do a part 3 to make it even better. Make sure to leave a comment and also join both of my servers, the links are on screen. I hope you have an awesome day guys, and peace out.